Everyone, competitive people, the word dog comes up a lot. That guy's a dog. That guy, well, I was a wolf. I used to eat dogs.
Welcome back, Hoopheads. Today we're diving, with a heavy heart, into the savant-esque mind of the logo, Jerry West. There's no better way to deal with the loss of an all-time great than by celebrating their brilliant life. Known as Mr. Clutch for coming up big in the biggest moments on the court, he may have had an even larger impact off the court as the greatest basketball executive of all time.
What did you say?
The greatest basketball executive
of all time.
And that's saying something for a player that's recorded over 25,000 points, 6,000 assists, and 5,000 rebounds. Only Jerry, the Big O, John Havlicek, Kobe, and LeBron have crossed those career marks.
It's quite an impressive list.
He's also the only player in NBA history to win Finals MVP in a losing effort. An unbelievable basketball player and mind, let's count down the late, great Jerry West's top 5 basketball executive moves. Number 5. Jerry trades Blake Griffin and drafts Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Trading the franchise favorite? No biggie for Jerry. A fan of the saying, what is right isn't always popular, and what is popular isn't always right, the logo definitely did the unpopular thing in trading franchise icon Blake Griffin to the Pistons for a haul of players and pick 7 months after re-signing Griffin to a 5-year, $173 million extension.
Yeah.
5 months later, one of those picks acquired in the Griffin trade, 11th overall in the 2018 draft, became SGA. While other teams were drafting the likes of DeAndre Ayton, Marvin Bagley III, Trae Young, Mo Bamba, Wendell Carter, Colin Sexton, and Kevin Knox, the Clippers opted for the 2-time All-NBA first-teamer and MVP candidate. In the summer after the draft, West already knew SGA was different, saying, Shai's going to be a tremendous player in this league. He's got instincts that set him apart from a lot of the other guys. Now, Jerry didn't threaten to quit.
No, he did not.
When the Clippers' collective brain trust included SGA in the Paul George trade that was required to get Kawhi to sign as a free agent.
I don't think nobody predict he'll be this good. Like, Oklahoma got a star. They got a star there.
But he and Doc did try to convince Kawhi that his best co-star might already be on the roster.
So Kawhi, when he was saying, I need another guy, and Kawhi will verify, I kept saying, Kawhi, Shai's going to be a star. But how long? I said, I don't know how long, but he's going to be one.
But every 2019 NBA GM,
every single one,
would have pulled the trigger on that trade to get the 2019 version of Kawhi and Paul George for SGA in 5 first-round picks. Injuries suck. SGA most definitely doesn't.
You're goddamn right.
And Jerry West knew it. Number 4. Jerry trades Monta Ellis for Andrew Bogut. Nobody knows the importance of having a formidable inside presence more than Jerry. After experiencing excruciating loss after excruciating loss to the Bill Russell-led Celtics without a legitimate center until Wilt Chamberlain's arrival in 1968, Jerry the executive always made sure his teams were strong in the front court. Trading your leading scorer and handing the point guard keys to an otherworldly skilled but small and oft-injured Stephen Curry seems obvious 4 championships later.
Can't write that story any different.
But it took Jerry West-sized balls. Back in 2011, Monta Ellis was the team's leading scorer and a fan favorite.
Man, we really questioned the Monta trade. Monta Ellis, you gonna trade Monta, and who gonna be our point? The little kid with the weak ankles?
Yeah.
People was mad.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
3 weeks after being hired, he was quoted in the San Jose Mercury News as saying, I've seen teams trade players that score tons of points, and people will say, how in the world can you trade that player? Because he might score a ton of points and the team doesn't win. When I look at the Warriors, obviously they need more size. 9 months later, they traded Ellis, Ekpe Udoh, and Kwame Brown for Bogut and Steven Jackson. The deal was fraught with risk due to Bogut's litany of injuries, including a fractured ankle he was still recovering from when he was acquired by West. But Jerry's risk was rewarded. Besides adding a double-double machine down low, the trade opened up a starting spot for rookie Klay Thompson, and the Splash Brothers were born. Number 3. Jerry trades for Pau Gasol. Following nothing but Larry O'Brien-less seasons since Shaq's departure,
check it, you know how I be. Last week Kobe couldn't do without me.
Jerry knew he needed a stronger front court to bring a championship or two back to Hollywood. Enter Pau Gasol. Jerry sent Kwame Brown. A second time. Kwame's in all these trades.
Send him a fruit basket or something.
Javaris Crittenton, Aaron McKee, the rights to Pau's brother Marc Gasol, and 2 first-round picks to Memphis for Pau and a second-round pick. Gasol's arrival significantly strengthened the Lakers' front court and helped them win back-to-back championships in 2009 and 2010.
Puts LA at the free throw line. Bryant looks inside, finds Gasol. Gasol, count it!
Number 2. Jerry nixes the Klay Thompson for Kevin Love trade. In 2014, Kevin Love was looking for a way out of Minnesota. After a couple of All-NBA seasons, including becoming the first player in NBA history to record 2,000 points, 900 rebounds, and 100 three-pointers in a season, he was sick of the Timberwolves' losing ways. Golden State was coming off a heartbreaking Game 7 loss to the Lob City Clippers and looking to add a dynamic stretch 4 who was also one of the league's top rebounders. For those that don't remember, Kevin Love was a beast. Owner Joe Lacob and general manager Bob Myers offered Minnesota Klay Thompson, forward David Lee, and either Harrison Barnes or a first-round pick for Love. When West got wind of the deal, he threatened to quit if the Warriors traded Klay.
It's just something I didn't want to do.
He and new coach Steve Kerr were in lockstep in their opposition to the deal. And thankfully, Lacob listened. And the rest, as they say, is dynastic history. Could they have won with Love? Maybe. Would they have been a dynasty?
Does the Pope shit in the woods?
But one thing is certain. We never would have been treated to Game 6 Klay in the land of lakes. Number 1. Jerry trades for Kobe Bryant and signs Shaquille O'Neal. Jerry is responsible for perhaps the best offseason in NBA history. Create cap space by swapping an all-star caliber center in his prime for the draft rights to a 17-year-old kid that would become a top 10 all-time NBA great and the closest thing to Michael Jordan that we've ever seen.
Check.
Use said cap space to sign the most dominating center in NBA history.
Check.
Now, being in Los Angeles and the Lakers brand did help a bit, as did Kobe's refusal to work out for certain teams pre-draft, and him telling then New Jersey Nets GM John Nash and head coach John Calipari that he'd play in Italy if he did not get drafted by a team of his liking. All of this aided to him falling to the 13th pick.
Now, how many times did I have you up into New Jersey?
About 3 times.
3 times with your family. You know who I wanted to pick. I'd still be coaching, by the way, in the NBA if I had you.
It wasn't in vogue to take 17-year-olds in '96, and nobody outside Jerry thought Kobe was going to be, well, Kobe.
Bolton can tip it. Bryant with the save. Oh, you got to get a shot here. Final seconds. Bryant for the win. Bang!
These two inextricable decisions laid the foundation for the Lakers' success in the late 90s and early 2000s, resulting in a three-peat and eventually 5 total championships. And there you have it. The 5 best executive decisions made by the greatest to ever do it, Jerry West, who oddly used Kwame Brown in 2 of them.
I think it's a lot of much to do about nothing.
Any egregious errors?
I know what he's gonna say. No!
Of course not. It's my list.
It's so predictable.
As always, thank you for being my MVP in this game of viewership. RIP logo. As always, I'm Freddie, and you're welcome.